mean, because I said so. Yeah, I don't know if I said Wesley so or not. Yay, there we are. See, that's us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tonight is date night. So we're gonna look at some of my games from the '80s because that reminds you of date night. Because in '80s I was down with the ladies.
Yeah.
That rhymes. Yeah, except for one thing. Okay, so we'll wait for people to show up. All these games are from the '80s. Now, what were you doing in 1983?
I
Did
was
you
in-
graduate high school yet?
No, I was in high school.
Why not? Oh yeah, let's turn our phones off. See, look. So it doesn't make any noise. Yeah. When did you graduate? 84 or 85?
84.
I graduated 86, so you beat me. Although I went to school in Michigan, you went to school in Alabama. So my school wasn't known for academics. It was known for fight.
There's Spencer.
Who? Oh, yeah. All right, I have to refresh so we see if we have 0 viewers.
Sorry about the no karaoke, Spencer.
Ask Spencer. I'm sure he went.
No, I think he said not to. Maybe tomorrow night, though.
Hey,
I'm
it's
thinking
Raj.
Not maybe. She just planned. Hey, Raj.
Turn your phones off for date night. 44 viewers. That's when my mom was born. 44.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Raj. It's Raj. Raj and Spencer. It's the only 2 people
That
here.
gives me a chance to practice a little bit more.
That's right. We waited for Biden. No, we didn't.
Man, that was so boring.
We were watching some basketball, and by we I mean me.
Yeah, I don't watch basketball.
Yeah. So the Lakers were playing when we left. Who plays for the Lakers that you've heard of?
Currently?
Yeah, you heard of them.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. There's like 2 people in the NBA you heard of. He's one of them.
LeBron?
Correct. Have you heard of anybody else who's currently playing?
The Beard?
Yeah, he plays for Houston Rockets.
And the Greek Freak?
That's right. You only know the nicknames of other people. Name some of LeBron's nicknames. And the Greek Freak plays for the Milwaukee Bucks, your favorite team.
I don't know any of his nicknames.
King James.
Hey, Mark.
King James.
King James?
LeBron,
All right.
yeah. Now you
That's
know.
a nice nickname.
He has other nicknames too.
Hey, JJ Watt.
That depends where you are. If you're on the West Coast, it's a normal time. Probably still dark.
There's McJurgle.
Yeah. LeBron is French for the Bron. That's right. So what we're going to do is we're going to show games that I played in the 80s, and then you guys have never seen them. Karen's never seen them. They're not too good. And then I'll ask Karen a lot of questions. Okay, so this guy's name is William Prusadis. Okay,
Yeah.
and I remember 2 things about him. He's like a player,
Okay.
right? He said he went to the strip club, and he said, "How much do you make?" And they were like $500 a night, and he was like, "I should do that." Now, if you ever saw him, he shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like he would have to give them $500 to do it, right? Then he said, "There must be a God, because who else would take care of all the idiots in the world?" Those are the only 2 things I remember about him. But it was '83, so the fact that I can remember anything is pretty good.
He sounds
Yeah.
like an idiot.
Who, him?
Yeah.
No, he's a good guy. Yeah, okay. So William also, he told me he didn't like all the shit at the end of Hey Jude. You know, the end of Hey Jude is like 4 minutes
goes
of na na
crazy.
na na.
Yeah.
No, just goes na na na
I know.
na. He says, "I don't like any of that." Well, before that, he says, "I like it." Then
And
it's,
there's that part. Hey, Jude, Jude.
yeah, but that's just one thing. The last 4 minutes are like na 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 na, and it's like 4 minutes of that.
I'm telling you what comes after that.
Yeah, I know all that. I know all that. I know the song. I'm telling you what he didn't like.
Oh, he didn't
All
like
right.
the Nana part.
He didn't like the 4 minutes of nonsense at the end. Okay. So that's pretty good. I remember stuff about him when I haven't seen him in 40 years. All right. So I had Black and a Dragon, and I don't play the Dragon.
Yeah.
Right. Now in '83, Kirby subscribed. Hooray. Thanks, Kirby.
Hey, Matthew.
All right. Now you're going to guess, and I don't actually know the answer, so I'm going to tell you whether you're close or not. Because I don't actually know the
I
answer.
probably don't know
And
either.
well, I don't know. So if you don't know, then how are you supposed to know if I don't know?
All right.
In 1983, when this game was played, what was my estimated USTF rating?
Oh, I would have no idea.
You can guess.
Let's see. 2,300.
In '83, I was either 2,100 or 2,200. Usually 2,100.
Okay.
Usually. Okay. So I'm Black and a Dragon. This guy's like 1850, let's say. So this is a regular dragon. Like, Spencer's going to be confused because I played like 20 moves of theory when I was a little kid. Okay, now usually they play bishop e3 before f3, but he transposed. Okay, so we're... All right. Now, what's the name of this variation of the dragon?
I don't know.
The Yugoslav attack. That's the most common. Manmoth subscribed. Thanks, Manmoth.
Yay. Hey, man.
Okay, so now in this position, white can play either bishop c4 or castles. Now, the reason you would castle is you're like, why am I going here if the guy's just going to like win my bishop and I'm moving it here, I'm moving it here, then I'm going to like trade the bishop for the knight. The reason you would do that instead of castling is you want to avoid d5, pushing in the center. Bishop c4, you can't play d5. Okay. Grandmasters today still play bishop c4 and they play both. Okay, he played this, so I played d5. Okay, now he played an old line, which is still played. It's not the most common now, but it's still played. So d5 is a pawn sacrifice, which he accepted. So you take everything. You just keep taking stuff. So he's up a pawn, but I have these open files to his king. Now, if I trade queens, then it's an ending. So it's well known that you can play queen c7. And now here's a good question for you. Okay, so I'm sacrificing a rook, which he did not capture. But let's say he did capture, right?
Yeah.
Now, black has one move where it's about equal, and if you don't make that move, then you're down a rook. So what's the only saving grace for black here as I read the chat? 100 centidues from Kirby. Manmoth subscribed. Kirby subscribed. We don't have a train because 2 of the 3 things were from Kirby. It has to be 3 different people. Wow, we only have 1,579 subs. We've lost 330 subs in a week. That sounds like me. Yeah. Pretty good. I'm from the west side of Detroit. We lived on Ferguson and Burgess. When we lived on Ferguson, we lived between 7 and 8 Mile. And then when we lived on Burgess, we lived near like Outer Drive and Burt Road. Mark John subscribed. Now, if we can get 300 subs in the next hour, we'll be back to where we were. So I need Adam Wallace and his 2 twin brothers to come on the stream. You lived at Finkel and Telegraph. I went to middle school at Finkel and Telegraph at Murphy Middle School. It was on Finkel and Telegraph. Dharma Bum 0 subscribed. Hooray! McJurgle gifted 5 subs. Hooray! Evergreen Entirement, and you're still alive? Good job.
I'm not sure.
I mean, the fact that I'm still alive, you know, I'm driving my neighborhood now. God damn.
Maybe bishop e6 attacking the pawn.
Let's see. Jay Copper. Well, if you play bishop e6, your rook is attacking the queen. Or the queen could take, the queen could go here.
I don't see a way to trap the queen.
You can't trap the queen. You have to make a dual threat. I challenge you to a duel. I'll give you a hint because you're having trouble.
Yeah.
The queen's attacking this pawn. If you take it, it's almost mate. If only something was defending the queen. Gotta get something else on c2.
Okay, so bishop f5.
Bishop f5, threatening checkmate, and the queen.
Yeah.
So white must play here. And then black takes back with the king or the bishop. The engine says this is a little better. That way you have, like, you know, big threats. And the engine says this is about equal or black's a little better. Because obviously these pieces aren't very good. And this, all of black's pieces are good, right? And black's, you know, threatening mate. Okay. Now, you can do that with white, but grandmasters don't do that. Now, Paulie STL subscribe. Thank you.
There's a lot of noise.
Right. Yeah, I mentioned all the noises.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in this position, white doesn't really have an attack, but black does. Because white hasn't played h4, h5, and black's sacrificing a pawn. Okay. So white wants to trade queens. Okay, so he played queen c5. That's still a book move today. That's still fine. I don't want to trade queens. So I play queen b7. And now he could play queen b5. He could. That's the theoretical move. Could play queen a3 because I'm threatening this. Okay, but he played bishop to d4. That's a bad move. Okay? Now remember, I was like 2150 during this game, so give me a break. Although I did play perfect every move, but give me a break anyway. Because I was 14 if I was lucky. Because I turned 14 in September, so I might have been 13. Right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Kirby's gifting a sub. Thank you. Okay, so I played bishop f5. That's the good move. Now, because the queen's on c5, I'm threatening to skewer. Okay, so he played bishop to c3, which is a very bad move. That blocks the c5, but that's a terrible move. Now it says I'm +6. Okay, so every move I played is perfect. Hooray! See, I got a big attack, right? We castled opposite sides that I'm attacking, and he didn't do Vishwa nothing, right? I messed up. Now I'm at Google. Now what's happening? Now, okay. All right, and now the board's upside down. Okay, so he played queen b5 because he wants to trade queens, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I made a blunder according to the engine. According to the engine, I should play queen c7, and I'm totally winning because he can't move his bishop because of mate. And then, I'm going to, are you kidding me? You talking to me? Okay, but I played bishop h6 check. And the reason this is also winning, but not as winning. The reason is after always play king b1, right? When I trade queens and play rook here, this looks like he's losing a piece. Like if his bishop moves, I take this and it's pinned. Okay, so he played a4 because he didn't want me to do that. I played a6, right? Okay, and he played the only good move, g4, counterattacking. Now, this pawn won't be attacked if I move my bishop away. I should just go here and maintain my threats. But I took, which is also like almost winning, close to winning, but not a good move. And then I took that. Now I'm threatening this again. Plus this is hanging. Plus a3 looks tough. Okay, so I'm still like much better. Okay, now he made a terrible move. He should play rook d3 defending his bishop. He played king here. I wouldn't say it's terrible. Okay, and I played super aggressive move because I was 13 or 14. The engine plays boring move, bishop g7, because it wants to, get... I played a3 confusing Karen.
Yeah.
So he can't take with the pawn because I take his bishop.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So he should take with the king. And then if he takes with the king, it says it's equal. It looks like I have some checkmate, but I don't. So bishop h6 was a mistake. And then taking his on b5 was a mistake, or a4 was a mistake, and a3 is a mistake. So I made 3 mistakes since I'm winning. Now it's like equal. Now it's his turn to make a mistake, right? So he took on g6. All right, now I'm going to ask you a question while I read the chat again. Should I take this pawn on b2, or should I take on g6? And we're at level 4. Hooray! Hey, this guy that isn't this the guy?
Yeah.
All right, get rid of that. All right.
What does that say?
I'm not reading that. Go do, yeah.
All right.
And I'll do stuff. And his children's children.
Yeah.
Get the emotes. 100 centidues from Suspicious Moves. We can't go on together with suspicious moves. We can't build our dreams with suspicious moves. Who sings that? I mean, it's not suspicious moves, but it's close enough. Do you want the real words? It's suspicious
I know
minds.
the real words. I'm trying to think who sings it. I would take the pawn on g6 somehow.
Somehow? Okay. But who sings the song? Kirby gifted a sub.
Maybe with
Dr. Big Guns subscribed. Suspicious Moves 100. Basic Prac 200. ZL1 Corvette gifted a sub. 200 from Kirby. All right, so it's Elvis Presley, obviously.
Yeah, I would take, but I don't know.
Right, but you take on B2. Otherwise, he'll play king takes A3.
Oh.
Because now I'm crashing through.
Well, I was worried about the bishop, and then if that file were open, they could get a rook over.
Yeah, I got a bishop here.
Yeah. All right.
Well, if he takes, I take with the king. Then it's nothing for him. Now he's in a lot of trouble. See, I'm threatening this. All right. We still need a few more. We still need 300 centidues. Now Spencer has a mom, and Spencer's mom does not like any Elvis song except that one. That's the only one. Terrible. Now you know why we're divorced.
I'm not a big Elvis fan.
But if you liked one song, would it be that one?
No.
Right, exactly. It's fine to not like Elvis. That's wrong, but it's fine. But if you don't like Elvis, to say, but I like the Suspicious, come on. Seats Boy gifted a sub. Kirby 300 centidues. Papa John's.
I like that song.
100 centidues. Seats Boy.
I like that Elvis song. What's the name of it? I Can't Help Falling in Love.
I can't help falling in love with you.
That's
Right.
a nice song.
Yeah. Now, who's better, Elvis or Elvest? And I mean it singing. Okay, so now he's really lost because his king is in trouble. He took check, I took back. Now his bishop's hanging because I said so, right?
Yeah.
So he played bishop e5 attacking my rook. Now I did a double up on the bubble up. I played rook b5 threatening his bishop. You agree. And this is a question for you. I have another threat that's better than rook takes bishop. What's my other threat? So that's my first threat, winning a bishop. Right? But I have another threat that's better.
Let's see, you could go rook a8.
Right. If after rook a8, what would he do? Always play.
King b1.
Then what would I do?
Rook a1.
Right. Well, I'm going to do... Now, the only way to stop both threats is to go here. Okay? Then when I take attacking his bishop, how does he defend it?
I guess rook b1.
Okay, and how do I attack it again? I got this guy and this guy. I got two rooks, one for each of them. How do I attack it again?
Bishop g7.
Right, and then I win, because that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what should have happened. But he saved his bishop, f4, right? Now, I have two different checkmates. I played the less cool one. Okay, I actually have three checkmates. The third one is so cool, we could turn the air conditioning off. I played the one you said, right? And then he resigned because he saw that.
Yeah.
I have two cool checkmates I didn't see. Or maybe I did. Well, I definitely didn't see a third one. I could make a queen. And then that's checkmate. What's funny about this is, even under promoting, it's checkmate. He has three legal moves. Rook takes, king a1 and king a3. And this is all checkmate against all three of them. Right? Then I have the two bishops. What else? All right, hype train. We need some more centidues. So I played the pedantic, rook a8, and then he resigned. See, he never got an attack, and I did, and then his rook is here. Now that game had some mistakes because I was 13 and or 14, mainly 13. Let's analyze with an engine, right?
Hey, man.
I'm going to guess he played 68 and I played 87.
Hey, Stony Barbecue.
Then they're going to complain, even though there's no moves made, that they can't see the A file. Without seeing the A file, they can't follow this game that has no moves.
Hey, Corvette.
Kirby
Ralph
gave
Wiggum.
like 505 centidues.
Kirby.
What's the third checkmate? There's rook a8, rook a1, which is what I played. There's promoting to a queen. There's promoting to a bishop. I played 98.9. And I made like some big mistakes that game. Like I was like +6, then, That's good when I was 13. He played better than I thought too. I played 98.9 when I was 2100. Man, no wonder I'm a grandmaster. All right, that's good. All right. It's wrong because, I was like +6 and I was like back to equal. This stupid computer. Okay, stupid computer makes error in my favor. Right. 100 centidues, suspicious. Yeah. Now, other than my first wife, in the opinion of the chat and you, does anybody in the world is Suspicious Minds their favorite Elvis song? I think she's the only one. There's got to be somebody.
There's probably somebody.
No. This got no X-Clam.
And I mean, it doesn't seem like that great of a song.
Right. Terrible. Blue Christmas. Elvis had a good voice, except nobody likes it, but it's good. You know who doesn't have a good voice?
There are a lot of people that don't.
No, but I mean, it's with Elvis. Is his daughter. Boo!
Oh,
Boo!
I don't care for Elvis's voice.
Well, if you listen to his daughter's voice, then you would. You'd be like, oh, never mind, I like Elvis.
He's overly
on.
dramatic in his
See,
voice.
14 subs, 2,300 bits. Heartbreak Hotel's your favorite? That's pretty good. Who's Elvis? Yeah, Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love. See, they're just naming all kinds of good songs. Yeah. Now, the greatest chess song he ever did was Jailhouse Rook. Nirvana's classic rock. It's true. Dwight Yoakam's version. I don't know Dwight Yoakam as a singer, but I know him as an actor. Also, I don't know Dwight Yoakam as a dog, but I knew him as a table.
I know what that means.
What am I referencing? Let's see who gets it first. I'm going to say Spencer.
Freddie Mercury was the all-time greatest singer.
You spelled Mercury wrong, so I don't know. Anybody? What was I referencing there? Anyone? No? Nobody? Yeah, Spencer must have gone to sleep. Also, Mark knows. How come other people don't know?
One of 7,000 says, you're one bad pun away from being reported to Twitch. I'm going to grab a tissue and I'll be right back.
So nobody knows what I was referencing. Terrible.
I already forgot too.
No, I said I didn't know him as a dog, but I knew him as a table. How do you guys not know that? What's wrong with you? What? Anyway, the answer is Family Guy, where Brian goes back to the farm he was born on to see his mom, but his mom died, and they stuffed her and made her a table. Oh. So then when they stole the dog and his mom, then they buried him, and he asked Stewie to say something at the funeral. So Stewie said, I didn't really know her as a dog, but I knew her as a table. Because, that he didn't. And then he told her to keep a stiff upper lip because she's stuffed. So, yeah. All right, 100 centidues. We're still doing Elvis. Okay. Yeah, you guys are all the worst. Yeah, I am yes, or you're wrong. Okay, back to whatever it is I was doing. I played pretty well that game, except, I didn't. All right, so the next one is I'm against Robert Feldstein Esquire. If you thought Fisher was crazy and you thought Trump was crazy, I got another guy for you. Yeah. He's equally crazy to them. Equally. Yeah. Yeah, he's probably the craziest USCF member who ever lived. R.I.P. He played chess in all 50 states. So he was crazy. He was crazy. Like he can't, you have to meet him, but he's dead, so you can't. Okay. But
Something happened.
yeah, 300 centidues.
Yay, Kirby.
Anyway, if you guys know Robert Feldstein, which Mark does, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, Robert Feldstein was at the world. This is one of 3,000 stories.
Okay.
But this is my favorite. It was the World Open. It was the tournament room, and I was like walking around, and there was this screaming going on, right? And it was this guy was yelling at Feldstein at the board about his underwear. Okay. Your underwear, and then Feldstein was yelling back at the guy, and I was like, what's happening? What's going on? Yeah.
Were you, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, it just reminded me of another screaming story. Were you there at the tournament when Decredico started screaming at Cane Man, Greg Manis?
Maybe.
He was riding.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
I couldn't remember if you were in the tournament. He was right. You were playing.
Yeah, I won that tournament.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway. A lot of drama and passion at overboard
Yeah.
tournaments.
How's he spelling Fisher wrong here? Then he's spelling it right here. 100 centidues. There was a guy at the club who said he punched Vest in the face. It wasn't Robert Feldstein.
A guy here at the club?
Zizzy Man subscribed.
I've never heard anybody say they punched Vest in the face. Now, I've heard Vest.
Welcome, Chess TV
Punch
viewers. Yay.
people.
There's only one way to know if I'm on Chess TV. Do I have 1,500 viewers?
Right.
So I'm not. Yeah.
Who, you don't know who it was? An older guy said he punched Dave in the face? Because he's known him for 30 years.
That's everybody. If you haven't known Dave for 30 years, then you don't know Dave.
Because there's some funny
Yeah.
stories where, Dave, was punching people.
Now, when we're done with this stream in a couple hours, we're definitely going to rate Video Game Pianist if he's on. Make sure you give him all of your money, but give us all of your money first. Okay, so this game, I remember it was an Alekhine, and I don't really play E4. I remember two things about this game. It was an Alekhine, and I had a nice finish, which I'll... Okay. Now, this event, which was in Michigan, I remember... Here's what I remember. This guy was sharing a room with Ferris Gabara, who was probably Ferris Georges. He changed his name. About 2,200. And Ferris told me they shared a hotel room, but Feldstein snored so loudly he just slept in the car. He gave up. Now for the greatest story ever told. So get ready to donate. There's a tournament they had every year, which I don't think exists anymore, but I could be wrong, called MOTCF, M-O-T-C-F. Now, it's not clear what it stood for. It either stood for Midwest Open Team Chess Festival or Mid-Ohio. We're not sure. Okay, doesn't matter. So our team is the best. There's 4 senior masters. We're the 4 highest rated players in the tournament, so we won. In one of the rounds, we played Feldstein's team. Okay? Now, Feldstein was their board 4, and he was like 2,000. And I went up to our board 4, Chuck Schulian, who, by the way, we follow each other on Twitter now. He's 2,400. He lives in Oregon now, I think. Anyway, and I went to Chuck and I said, okay, now look. I had to explain Feldstein to him. I said, your opponent's going to start snoring during the game, but he's not asleep. He's going to make moves. And he's like, okay. So we're playing the match, and all of a sudden you hear, and we look over, it's Feldstein, and his teammates are like, Jesus, because it's like a pickup team. His teammates are like, ugh, that's our teammate, right? Me and Fred Lindsay and John Reedy, who you don't know, 2,400, we went out of the room laughing, right? Chuck just sat there like everything was normal because he was prepared. And when in between snores, then he made a move and hit the clock. And then we're like, what? Anyway, we won.
Yeah.
We beat them somehow.
Yes,
90 centidues, thank you. And Teak DC subscribed.
Have you ever fallen asleep during a game?
Me? There's a picture of me where it's not clear. It's a round robin in Chicago. I won 8-1. It was an IM Norm tournament, but I was too good for the tournament. Okay? And I beat Gowrie in the last round. And I'm sitting there like this while and it looks like I'm asleep. Probably I'm awake, but probably.
I have fallen asleep.
Probably I'm awake.
In a game.
Yeah.
And I won.
I'm sure I have. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, I prepared Chuck Schulian really well for that game. I said, look, your opponent's going to snore, but don't think they're asleep. Okay, that's this guy, Esquire. He applied to every law school in the country. He got accepted to one, considered the worst law school in the country. It's in Michigan.
The Bob Jones University?
No, it's in Michigan. And then they got taken over by another law school. They ate them up. And then what's funny is the governor of Michigan, 4 governors ago, John Engler, he was 2 or 3 term governor. He went to that law school, which is funny. And his kids were chess players. He'd bring his kids to chess tournaments when he was the governor, to kids tournaments. Yeah. And he was running for election, and his wife had triplets. So he won.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it was triplets. Mark will know. All right. Better Call Saul. All right. So so you see? All right. So I played the aggressive line. See, Queen F3 attacking his rook, but he saw it. Yeah, the engine says it's about equal. Rook A7, you like that? See? Probably want to play C5, doesn't want to lose his rook. I'm guessing the engine doesn't like that move. I took en passant. Man, I'm good at en passant. All right, so I'm winning here. I'm up a pawn and better. Wow, I played rook here? Damn. Now, what year was this game? Like, I don't even understand the move that I made. I played here? That is the worst move ever. This is 84. So I was definitely a master of this game. And I played here? What kind of move is that? What? The worst move I ever saw. That's like the prettiest man I ever saw, right? Who's that? And what movie was it? Prettiest man I ever saw.
I don't know.
Billy Zane in Tombstone. Billy Zane was the prettiest man he ever saw.
I
And
don't
it was
remember
said
that.
it was said by Powers Booth. Or wait, was it by Powers Booth? I think so. Yeah. Okay, so that's no good. 94 is good. Always repeat. Oh man, I even always repeated that when I was a little kid. Then I pinned his rook. See? Pinned his knight. Stopped him from castling. Okay, so that's a terrible blunder. Now the engine says this move wins, but I didn't see it. He takes, I check, he has one legal move, and then I take his rook. So obviously I'm winning. He should have played king f8 and he's fine. Okay, I played knight there because I want to play knight f5 for obvious reasons. He played this blunder, f4 winning. He could have played king f8 and he's still fine. Then he attacked my queen, and I played here. Now I have two threats, one for each of you. Take the bishop, right? And then that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, and I probably have other threats I don't see. Now he can't attack my queen because then knight g6 works. You see what I'm saying? If he goes here, then there. That'll learn him, right? Okay, so he played rook g4. If I'm attacking his bishop, he attacked my knight. Okay, and now I played the second best move, queen h5. That's good enough. He took on f4. That's a blunder. Okay, white to play and win. So you're white. And then I'll look at the chat.
All right, let's see.
Let's see. Better Call Saul Esquire. R.I.P. Powers Booth is correct. Yeah.
Let's see. Can't you take rook takes?
You got to give me the chess move.
Okay. Rook takes f4.
Right, because rook takes could be anything.
All right.
Rook takes f4 is correct. Now the engine
Bishop
plays
takes.
here, which I'm just up a rook. So he played the obvious move.
And then knight f5.
That's right.
Check.
And then he moved his king.
And then queen h8.
Right. Now, you know what's funny about all that? Is if white doesn't make all of those moves, white's not better. That's the only way to be better is to win. If I make any other move here or any other move the next move, or any move the next move, I'm not better. So either you win by force or it's equal. Man, chess is hard. Right, but yeah, knight f5, and then I won. Yay.
Yay.
That game was not good. I'm guessing if I do a report, it's going to say, look, dude. Yeah, that game I didn't play as well. But that's okay. I mean, I was 14, so, you know, leave me alone. It's pronounced knife f5. That's right. What are my thoughts on Armageddon? I thought it was like a B movie, B minus. No.
What, you mean from today?
Well, he just said Armageddon. He didn't mean Armageddon today. He meant like that kind of thing.
Oh.
He meant like, should they have Armageddon or they shouldn't because the guy I'm rooting for lost. So now he doesn't like it anymore.
Karen's accent. I'm from Alabama, Alan and Jess. I don't think I have that strong of an accent. I don't.
She's got that Philadelphia Boston accent. Then York. All right, let's see how bad I played.
Hey, is
I
that...
played 84.8. He played 68.3. Yeah, that's 84.8 is better than I thought I
Yeah,
played.
that's not bad.
That's not good.
I get happy when I make
I played better the other game. All right, next game was from 1985. This is your favorite opening. So you'll like this game. I mean, I was black, so that's not wasn't the London.
Yeah.
Favorite black opening.
The French.
There you go. Okay, this guy's like 2,000, and I'm like 2,250, 2,300. All right, I played the French, which I used to play a lot. Now I played your favorite variation, except for one thing. It's not your favorite variation. Okay, now if I ask you what the name of it is, you won't know. So I'll give you the name, then you tell me the move. Ready?
Okay.
Guillemard variation, named after your favorite grandmaster, Carlos Guillemard. So what move is that?
Guillemard.
Yeah.
Let me see. What
Think of a reasonable move you don't play, because you don't play that. So
you mean just think of a reasonable move?
yeah, that's the Guillemard variation. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I would go knight f6.
Right, but you play that. You don't play the Guillemard because you would have heard of it. So you got to think of another move.
Maybe c5.
That's also a main variation. Those are the two main moves. I played knight c6. That attacks the pawn. Okay, so he defended the pawn. And then I attack that. And then I go here. So the idea is I'm going to play f6 and attack that 1,000,000 times. He'll take with the pawn. I'll take with the queen. Play bishop d6, castles, e5, Papa John's.
Yeah, I don't ever block my c pawn. That's correct.
Right. Okay, so he played here. That defends his pawn and lets his bishop out. So I played a5 to play a4. And then I played a4. And then I played a3. Actually, I checked first. Check was a really cool move. Because if he plays c3, then I play a3, confusing the audience. Are you confused? That was the point of the move.
Well, it looks like you could queen.
Complicated, right? Okay, so he played bishop d2, and I played f6. Never play f6. I can't take the pawn because I'm pinned. It's the double pin. So now when I castle, now I can take the pawn, right? Now my rook's on this open line, and I'm attacking his pawn, and I advanced on the queen side. Okay, he defended his pawn, and I attacked his bishop. That's a cool move. So what he should do is take this, then I play b5, then he goes here, then I can play c5, and then it looks good, right? He's scared? Should be. Then my bishop is good. Also, the engine was considering sacking the exchange. And then here. See, because his pawns are all messed up. His bishop's trapped.
Something happened.
1999 from Michigan's own Puzzled Pawn.
Yay!
That's right.
Thank you, Puzzle Pawn.
Okay, so he didn't play that. He took my knight. I took back. And he played this terrible move. But I have a good center, right? All right. Then I doubled up on the bubble up, because you got to do that. Look at this rook e4. That's the silliest move ever.
Well, I mean, you can't take it.
Right, but it's silly, because it's rook stupid on e4. And he's like, all right, never mind. See, I have a good game because I said so. Right? All right. I had all I could stands. I can't stands no more. Now in this position, notice my knight can't go to d4 because his pawn's there. Now notice my knight can go to d4 because he played c4. But his knight is defending that, so I took. So he should obviously take my rook, and then it says I made him. So I guess taking my rook is bad. That's why I played rook f5. Because now if he takes rook, here's mate. Like either way. See what I'm saying? So now I'm better. Because I'm up at night and I'm mating him and I'm forking him. Now, a normal person would take this, but I was cheating with the latest version of Leela in 1985. So I played the engine move, knight f3 check, which is the engine move. What would Uma Thurman say about that?
I don't know. I need to move my chair. I mean, you don't have to move over. You just need to shift.
What would Uma Thurman say?
I don't know.
She would say, God damn. I said, God damn. All right, then here. Now I made a horrible, 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 horrible blunder. I played here, and he resigned because I made him on H2. All right, but what should I have done? The crowd has rights.
What should you have done?
Yeah, I played here, and then he gave up. But what should I have done?
Let's see. I mean, what was wrong with the move that you made?
Because the crowd has rights. My move is mate in 3, but I have a mate in 2. The reason this is mate in 3 is he can sack his queen.
Oh, okay.
Also, this other move is like more spectacular. It's real and it's spectacular. See that one, you know. That's
I see.
Yeah.
You can say queen takes h2.
Yeah. And then mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I should have done for the crowd, but instead I went here. Ugh. Yeah. So I showed him, right? All right. That game I might have played okay. Maybe that might have been a high. Like that might be like a high, report.
That's like a puzzle rush.
Hey,
right. Requestants.
Go chat. That is correct.
Can 64 says terrible.
Frankly. It says analyzing. It's only at 21%. What happened? It's like stuck on 21%. Listen to that fan. It must be a good game.
Hey, Mapdanda. Hey, Tensor Extension.
Yeah, who told you to put the balm on? Did I tell you to put the balm on? You don't know what a balm's going to do. Right? Seinfeld.
Oh, I figured it's...
That's when he got injured. He spilled hot coffee on himself. He put a balm on it and it made it better. So it's hard to soothe him when it's all better.
Oh, yeah.
So then Jackie got pretty mad.
Oh. Hey, Abracabrac.
Something's going on because it's going really slow.
Yeah.
It's like it won't analyze the game because it's too bad. I don't know.
Hey, Zulu Zach. Yeah, these computers are known for having very loud fans. The Predator.
Tobacco company. He's been for years. That's right.
Yeah.
The tobacco company was another episode. That's where he looked bad. Because his face got all crinkly, craggly. And then his teeth were no good. And he sued the tobacco company.
Oh.
But he settled with them without talking to Jackie, which I don't think is legal. I don't think they can talk to him. And he just got on a billboard smoking. That was Jackie didn't get any money out of that. Yeah, a little catcher's mitt.
A lot of these shows have good lawyer characters.
I don't know why it's not working.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's a chess.com problem, right? 49%? Okay, it's going now.
Yours goes.
What happened? It stopped at 52%? What's going on? All right, now it's going.
You won your game and you played 80%. Paul Drinkwater.
Boo.
Yay.
All right, now what's B. Farino referring to? When he had the handsome cab, and then he picked up the parents, George's parents, then George could get the marble rye up there. He fed the horses beef farino, so then they didn't smell too good, and then they had to go back.
Oh.
Yeah. Not that I've ever seen that episode.
Is there more than one episode with the marble rye? Because there's the one where George takes the marble rye when they leave.
George didn't take it.
Oh.
George's dad took it.
Oh.
Yeah. And then they're like, who would take a marble rye? Those people.
Yeah.
It's like, I took their marble rye. You took their marble rye. Right, then he wants to put it
yeah.
back and claim that they just didn't know where it was.
Okay.
They had to get him out of the house. Yeah.
Then there's also, is that the same episode? That's a different episode, though, where Jerry, doesn't he take the marble rye from the old lady? Or
That's the same episode, that he goes to buy a marble rye.
Yeah, there's
he's going to
only
give
one
it to
left.
George. The old woman gets it. He steals it. Then in a later episode, when he's in Boca, she's there on the board and she remembers
I
him.
remember that.
And
Yeah, she has a flashback.
yeah. Okay, I played 94.8 and he played 25. He's 2000. That's pretty good for me. I was a little kid. That took forever.
Hey, Bonarici.
All right. This guy was the Michigan champion one year, even though he's 2000. And he was also the president of the Michigan Chess Association. Nice guy.
Still,
All right.
currently, you're saying?
No, this was before you were born.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, so I'm white. He played the Grunfeld, your favorite. Okay, I played the Russian variation, which I used to play, which is knight f3 and queen b3. Then they take, and you get this big center. Right, now a6 is theory, knight c6, knight f d7, bishop g4, they're all theory. Okay, he played a6, and I played super aggressive, as I'm known to do. Okay, he played h5. Now, if I showed a grandmaster this game and then h5, he would destroy the place. We'd have to get a new place. He couldn't help himself. Yeah, that's nobody good would ever play h5. That's the worst. It weakens his king. It weakens g5. The better you are at chess, the worse you realize h5 is. So if you're like h5, I like that, then it's not good, right? Now let's go back. Notice it says I'm up like, nothing, right? 0.9, 1. All right. Then after 0.8, then here it says I'm winning, right? Okay. So I played h3.
It didn't go up that much.
No, it went up a lot, like 1. Yeah, terrible. It's depth 14. Give it a break.
Let me see. Go back.
Give it a break. All right.
Oh, wait, there it is catching up.
Well, yeah, because it's not at the high depth yet. All right, so I played here. Now I have g5. So if your opponent puts a knight there and it sits there the whole game, you're going to lose. You get kicked that knight out. He should go back now. Okay, he played queen d7, also bad. f4. Rook d8, bad. d5. Now, look, where does his knight go? That's right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Here. Okay, now watch this interference. I have to set up the interference. Notice the g4 square is protected 3 times, right? So I played g4. So it looks like I'm giving a pawn away, but he can't take the pawn, which he did. Also, the engine does. Now, what's the winning move for white? I'll give you a hint.
What?
That's a hint.
I don't know what that
It's
means.
a good hint, though.
I don't even know what that means.
Was I interfering with your vision? Oh, snap. Yeah. The engine's in shock of how bad H5 is. Needs a minute to catch up.
I don't know. I mean, it could go, since you said it's interference, I guess e6.
Right. See how his queen defends his bishop? Now his queen doesn't defend his bishop.
Yeah.
So his queen's attacked, you agree, and his bishop's attacked. So then he resigns.
Yeah, you should let me try to get it before you give me the hint, although I'll admit I wasn't going to get that.
Yeah, but that's a good tactic because his queen...
I know, but give me a chance to look
And that's
at
the third move you have to look at, kind of move. The first one is check, like rook h8 check. The second one is captures, like giving your queen away and giving your knight away, trading bishops. Then attacking pieces. You want the smallest piece to attack the biggest piece, which is e6. And also, when you're attacking a piece and they're defending a piece, you want to remove the defender. Now, this isn't removing it, that's interference. Removing it's like I take something else that it's like I give my queen away, and if he takes my queen, then I win his bishop. But it's not.
Yeah.
All right. Man, now the truth hurts. Now, what did you learn from this position? This position. What do you now know that you didn't know before?
I don't know.
You know what it's like when God has a gun.
Okay.
Yeah, what would you play with black here?
Probably bishop e6 check, maybe.
No, if you were black. I know.
Oh,
right.
oh, if you're black?
Yeah, if it's his turn, what do you do about that? Now, his game's good except for one thing. It's not good. So I have the 2 bishops, and I have an extra bishop. And then I'm going to win here. Rawr. So that guy was over 2,000, but he didn't do very well, did he? Luckily, he played knight b8, setting up for the next game. So that's good. Except his rook should have been here. Would have been a lot easier for him. All right, so see it says plus 969, my birthday. So he resigned. All right, let's see how I played that game. Probably better than him.
Hey,
All
Output.
right.
How's it going?
Ben never castled. It's true. Yeah. But I was 15, so it's not fair. See, how old was I? Oh, no, I was 17 that game. So I was 2,400 in that game. That's why I was so brutal.
All right.
Now, this game's not so easy because it's hard to pronounce his name. So you know he's good, right?
I see it. Now I've got to check something real quick on my phone.
But Spencer said it's date night. You can't check. Okay, I played. Tell them how I played.
Wow, 99.5.
Even Karen was impressed. Tell them how many inaccuracies, mistakes, blunders, and missed wins I did.
I can't see that.
This
from
is
here.
0. I wouldn't ask you
Oh.
for this. What? Yeah. It says I played 8 book moves, 11 best moves, and 1 excellent move. So one of my moves wasn't an engine move. So 99.5. When I was 17, I played a very good game. I played a very good game. My opponent played 68.6. His name was Brian McGee. He stayed up listening to Queen when I was 17. Right?
Maybe.
Simpsons. Yeah. What happened to the H file? Exactly. Mark knows what's up. There's the H file.
They said she's so awkward when Ben pats himself on the back. I didn't even notice Ben patted himself on the back.
Bonarici said, I played too good for the engine. 30 years ago, engines couldn't play that well. I played 99.5 when there weren't any engines. What am I, Morphe? See, that's good because I won a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next game. Yeah, then I was 2,400, so I was okay then. So I'm playing Berta Zumakawa. This was in the 1987 U.S. Junior Championship, right? So I remember it was a QGD. Okay, and I played my pet line that I stole from Karpov. So if he ever comes to our chess, then he'll be like, give me my line back, because I stole it. Queen D2, right? Nobody plays this but me, because I stole it from Karpov. And the idea of Queen D2 is to play Rook D1. And you want to stop black from playing C5 because you got a lot of pressure on the D file. So he just took on C4 when my bishop was still here. I didn't move my bishop yet. Okay, Rook D1. So he gave up on C5 and played E5. Also good. Okay, and I played D5. I can actually take this now. I've played that before too. It's not a terrible move. Engine actually likes it. But all right. Rook E8's a bad move. E4 for my knight. Bishop B3 was a good move, so you can't play B5 with tempo. And then D6. See, my rook and queen and knight. See, I'm doing good, right? His bishop's no good. Terrible. Then he had to move there to defend that. Finally, I castled. Queen B4 threatening his bishop, but also I'm unleashing the latent potential. So the engine says I'm winning because I'm on everything here. See? Okay. And his bishop too. All right, so he played there. That way he blocks, this. Knight E4, always retreat. Now I'm going to mess him up, and I'm pinning him. And my queen is unleashed the latent potential. Okay, now my queen's attacked. So I played here, and now he blundered. He didn't see my threat. Now, if he doesn't blunder, he's still completely lost because his pawn structure is shallow and pedantic. He played a4 attacking my bishop, right? Now, I've shown this on stream before, but it's been like a year. White to play and win. Now, more than one move wins, but the engine says my move is plus 17. So that's more winning, right? All right, so white to move and win.
All right. I got to look at it for a second. It seems too complicated for me.
It's not mate. In fact, it's just plus 8. It's just plus 18. Terrible. Thinking not their strong suit. Oh, so I'll tell you a story whilst she's thinking about the
Sorry.
move. So we have very good internet at the chess club. Very good internet. Very good. In fact, some of you guys over the last 6 months or so claim that our setup and our stream and everything is better than like Chess24, who has like millions of dollars. Okay. So at our house, internet's not too good. And a few months ago, Karen got our internet upgraded where it was a little better, but still no good. Now, it's not no good because it's no good, which it is. That's not why it's not no good. Okay? The reason it's no good isn't because it's slow. It is slow. That's not why it's not good. The reason is it goes out a lot. Karen's playing, she's winning, and then internet stops. And then she's like, what? Then she loses. Then she destroys the house, and we move to a better house, right? Okay, so there's two. Now, this here is Comcast, right, at the Chess Center.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have very fast internet here. At our house, where there's two choices, AT&T or Spectrum, which used to be Charter. And Karen had Charter before you guys were born, and it almost went to court. Okay, the police had to come. Okay, so then now she has AT&T, and it's terrible. So Charter changed their name to Spectrum because when companies have really bad service and they're really bad and everything's terrible, they change their name. That way you don't know how terrible they are. See, got you. Okay, now Spectrum's internet, if you pay for it, is better than AT&T's. And by better, I mean much, 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 much better. So they came today. Okay, and our dogs didn't eat the guy, close. And now our internet's, I could stream from home now. I'm not going to, but internet at our home now is the same as here. It's possibly better. Yeah, wireless, I think it's better at our house than here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really fast now. It's 10, 20 times faster than what AT&T was giving us. So now she won't, now when she plays chess at home, it won't disconnect and slow and stuff. So I'll give you a hint because you haven't found it.
I don't know. I was gonna say rook d6 maybe.
Okay, so
And bishop takes some.
well, your bishop's attack. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Now you see how this is pinning this to the bubble up?
Yeah.
That pawn can't move, can it?
Right.
So the winning move is punishing the fact that this pawn is pinned. So the pawn can't move. So you can make a move you normally wouldn't make because the pawn, yeah.
Queen g6.
Well, look at the engine number on Queen g6, then the other moves.
I don't ever see pins very well.
Yeah. Bam. Now this was I'm actually still in court about this, even though this happened 23 years ago. 33 years ago. Man, I am old. This happened 33 years ago, and I'm still in court. I'm suing Dave Chappelle over the phrase,
Gotcha, bitch.
gotcha, bitch. Right, yeah. Then he resigned because it's not good. I also played with black, Queen G3 check, very similar, against Doug Eckert in St. Louis about 7 years ago. Like my queen was on B8 or C7, I went there. And it went from like equal to like plus 18, like this. He instantly resigned.
Oh, yeah, it is plus 18.
Yeah. Right, there's no mate, but it's worse than mate. Now tell him what the number is.
Plus 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could, we could stream some ping pong now.
That's right. Yeah. All right, then he quit chess, and I didn't, but I should have. All right. Now, I have a very funny story about this guy, and I've shown the end of this game a million times. Now, in St. John, 1988, they had the World Chess Festival, which sounds made up, except it's not made up. And they had candidates matches, like the top players in the world played matches. They had 2 international tournaments. They were 9 rounds, like 500 GMs. And they had the World Blitz Championship, first prize $50,000. This is in February of 88. So that's like $20 billion today. Who won that tournament, the World Blitz Championship?
I saw somebody in chat say Tao.
Right.
So I
like
didn't mean to see it.
But like Karpov played, Kasparov played, and those were the weak players.
Manmoth. Somebody else said it.
All right. Now, they had 2 international tournaments. Each tournament had $10,000 first place.
Yeah.
So I played Fabio Larota in both tournaments. Okay, which is weird because there's hundreds of people. But I got paired with the same guy, and I beat him in both. And I didn't win a lot of games. I was like 2350 FIDE, and I was a low-rated player because a lot of GMs. Anyway, he's from Colombia. Later, he moved to Florida and played in the U.S. Championship. Okay, but I think he lives in the U.S. now. But anyway, he lived in Colombia. And there was a guy there named Jorge Gonzalez, maybe. I might have made that up, but I think that's his name. He was an IM. And Fred Lindsay went up to Jorge and said, because I think he played Jorge twice. He said, Fabio Larota. He says, that's a very interesting name. Does that mean anything? And he said, yes. He said, Fabio Larota, Fabio Larota. And he kept singing it. And Fred's like, what? That's what it means. Yeah.
Manma says, my friend beat you in that tournament, Ben.
You don't have any friends. No lying. I lost every game in that tournament. You can't tell me who beat me. Okay. Now, this was easily my best game from the whole chess festival.
Who was the friend? Let's see if you remember.
I lost a lot of games.
Oh, you said you remembered it once.
Yeah.
Who's the friend? Manmoth.
I won that tournament. I did lose to him. Yeah,
Okay.
Shalsef. I remember losing to him. Yep. Yep. That's correct.
All right.
That might have been a... no, I don't think it was. It might have been a Cambridge Springs, but it might not have been.
Good guy.
Might have been. Let's have a look. Let's see. 4 pawns KID. Okay, could have been that too. That I did play white in the 4 pawns. Okay, so this is a Carol Khan, right? Now this was played in Canada, right? It was. So which celebrity showed up and yelled during the game?
Wait, what year was it?
That doesn't matter. 88.
It didn't matter.
It was in Canada. Not for the joke, it doesn't.
Oh.
It was in Canada. So which celebrity showed up
really
and yelled? Because this is the opening. We'll see who in the chat who knows. Okay, that's right. That's right. That's right.
I don't
3
know.
people in a row got it right.
I don't know.
William Shatner showed up. He's Canadian. And what did he say?
Oh, Khan.
There you go. All right. Okay, so watch. He played the advanced variation. Then he put it in H. Then I put it in H. And I actually had this on my stream like 3 or 4 days ago. Okay, and he won my H pawn. Ooh, I'm scared. I'm scared. So he won my H pawn. Well, he hasn't won it yet. I guess he never won my H pawn. He could have. All right, trading queens is bad for white in the French defense Carol Khan kind of positions. All right, we'll get to the critical position. I'm going to ask you.
I'm paying attention.
Now watch. Never play F3. See?
All right.
See, play F3. All right. Bishop takes was a good move, taking the pin piece, because it doesn't have a good way to recapture. After king takes, it says I'm up +2, because I played rook here. And so he plays it with the pawn. Or he took with the king. I thought he took with the pawn. Taking with the pawn's better. I played here. Now, he didn't want my knight to move, so he pinned my knight, right? But I wanted my knight to move, so I attacked his bishop. So material's equal, because it is, and the engine says I'm completely winning. Because if he takes my knight and I take back, like here I come, like I'm going to go get him.
Yeah.
So he played a4. All right?
Okay.
Now I'm still pinned. Black to play and win. And I've shown this on stream several times, but it's been a while.
I don't remember.
It's been a while. Black to play and win.
Okay.
He's got the two bishops. What else? So after the correct move, which is the move I played, the engine says I'm up 7.7. If I don't play that move, it says white is slightly better. Boa Sovietica 94 is rating. What a great name. Boa Sovietica 94 with a party of 35. Well, I'm in Soviet Georgia, so thank you. Yay, go Boa Sovietica. You're the best. Until somebody raised with 36. But until then, you're the best. Yay, we love getting rated. Hi to Paraguay. Yeah, we actually rented a house that had 3 bedrooms because we were in St. John, New Brunswick for a month. It was cold. Yeah.
Well, I can't really visualize too far, but I would say maybe rook takes b5.
That's correct. +8.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I did. Okay, he has to take, obviously. Okay, now all the knight moves are check because I said so. Right? Now this will surprise you. I don't want to surprise you, okay? I have 8 knight moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, one of them is +8 for black. Black's winning. The other 7 are equal. So you got to find the right one.
I mean, when I was looking at this originally, I thought knight e5.
Knight e5 is good, but that's only equal.
Okay.
Then the king moves away and black has good compensation. Right, but you have better. Pretend you're a professional athlete, always wanting more. But your move is clearly the second best move. It's better than the other 6. Doug Stone gifted a sub to Boa Sovietica. Thank you.
I mean, you can get a pawn, knight e5.
That's what you just said.
No, that's not what I said. I said knight a5.
Oh, I thought you said knight e5. Oh, knight a5 now. Knight e5 that's the second best. That's okay. That's the third best.
I was only looking at that because maybe you can get knight b3. Yeah, I don't know.
Mikhail Tal is suggesting a line where white intentionally gets mated. Okay, and also that line has a blunder. Here's his line. You ready? He says check, king b4, which is the right, check, and then he said mate. He's really proud of himself. But you take it.
Yeah.
Aw. By the way, knight a5 check would win if your move that hung your rook was mate. So that, close.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which knight moves the best.
All right, now you're sitting down? Okay. I saw your video about getting worse. I lost 300 points. Yeah, the truth hurts. You did a good job then. Are you watching? Bam! And then I said, gotcha, bitch, again, which I already had Chappelle and I were in court at this point. Notice how it's check because I said so. And if he takes it, then this is mate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And if he doesn't take it, it's even worse than mate. So he can go here or here. Okay, if he goes here, which he did not do, everything wins. This is the easiest. Okay. That means other things win too, but that's okay. So he played king d2, and I checked. Now, if his king goes to the back row, like Etienne, then I take his rook, and he's blocking his other rook. So he can't go to the back row because he'd give up the defense of his rook. So where can his king go where it's not the back row? And that's what he did.
King e2.
Right. Now, you don't take this and let him take back. You play a Zwischenzug, rook c2. If he goes to the back row, then I take it for free. So he blocked. Check. Now, his king has to move, and then if I take his rook, he'll take my rook.
Right.
But if he goes here, I can check his king away from my rook. So he played king e1, which is good for two reasons. I can't check him away, and he's really setting up for the next game. You got to give him credit. Okay, now I don't want to take his rook, then he'll take my rook.
Right.
So I played rook takes b2. Now, I'm going to take his rook. If your rook goes vertical, then I got the skewer, right? So he has to play rook d1. You agree? To save his rook.
Yeah.
Okay, then bishop c2 and his rook's trapped, which is funny if you're me. If you're him, it's less funny.
Oh yeah.
So then he resigned. And then tell him what the engine says.
You're up 10.
Right. But it's good he set up for the next game. Now, here's what's funny about that, okay? In this position here, the one where I said, what do I do? And you sack the exchange. If you don't play the way that I played, you got nothing. You're worse. Okay? It's like me and Ted Danson. I'm worse. Much worse. Right? Seinfeld.
Oh. Hey, Chess with Ovi.
I'm better than Ted Danson. No, you're worse. Much worse. Okay, so watch. Rook takes is the only good move. Knight takes is the only good move. And now everything wins. But this is the most winning. Yeah. And then after the game, what did Jorge Gonzalez say? Fabio Larota. I don't know. Okay, let's see how I played. I'm going to say I played good. That was my favorite game from all the events because I played in 2 internationals and the Blitz. So let's hope that it was good. Otherwise, favorite game and it's no good. Yeah. Yeah, I've been a vegetarian for a short while, like a couple of years, year and a half. And Spielman was a vegetarian, as you know. And then we were eating, coincidentally, like in some food court in a mall, and he had a calzone. And he said, my calzone's great, have some. And he kept giving me his calzone. It was good, too. He was right. Yeah.
There's always at least... Yeah, that's pretty good. Bro, she does not look like she's having fun.
Well, how'd I play?
I already said 99.1.
You didn't say.
I did.
No, you said that was good. You didn't say 9.1.
I thought I did.
No, in your mind, you were like 99.1. Right.
Maybe.
And how did he play?
75.2.
Not as good. Yeah, that was my favorite game. I'm glad that I played well. Otherwise, it's embarrassing. I made 1 inaccuracy. Boo. Yeah.
I can do anything I want with my time. If I weren't having fun, I wouldn't be here.
Hey, the guy got the date night with the K.
But thanks for worrying
that was good. He got
about
it.
it, whether I'm having fun.
He did good. Okay, good job. All right, last game was against Reedy Kaif, right?
Now, hang on a minute. Have you seen the movie where they're playing live chess in the castle, and when the pieces get taken off, they get killed? The king, this is complicated. Where the king sacks his bishop, the bishop yells, "You should have taken with the pawn."
Let's see, what year was this? 89. Okay, this game's from 89. So I was like 20 years old, maybe. You're close, 19 probably. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this game. I played well this game. If the computer says I played badly, I'm going to get mad. This guy and me were like the same rating, and he also has a brother who's a FIDE Master 2350. And I've played him too. I think his name's Nico, but I'm not sure. Now, based on the J in his name and all the I's and the U's, what country is he from?
Oh boy. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe Azerbaijan.
No, the Netherlands.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, there's 2 kinds of chess players Karen hates. Chess players who don't like other chess players, and the Dutch. All right. So pay attention because the game's almost over.
I'm paying attention.
He played the bishop's opening, right? Okay. Now, I have my own line against this. The main line's like c6, d5. I always played bishop c5 and got this symmetrical position. That's what I did. All right, so it's pretty boring, right? Until it isn't. Now, you have to remember, I was 19 years old. This was in July of 89, so I wasn't quite 20. Now, this is the famous tournament that you all know about where I beat. It's the only thing I ever say I beat. Who'd I beat? There's only one person I beat. Who did? Come on, everybody's typing in the chat now. It's my game against.
I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
You beat a lot of people.
Okay, look. What do you mean I beat a lot of people? I only show one game ever.
That's far.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Gelfand.
Right.
Yeah,
obviously Gelfand.
You talk about other games.
No, that's why
I
race.
No, you did talk about Gelfand a lot.
Right. Okay. Well, now the term where I beat Gelfand, what they don't know.
Yeah.
Now some of them do. You don't know. Okay. The first 5. Okay. First of all, there were 28 players in that tournament.
Okay.
And I was rated 26th. Okay. And I was like 2380 FIDE. Strong tournament, like half GMs. After 5 rounds, I had 4 out of 5. And Gelfand was round 5. Gelfand was 4-0, and I played him and beat him. So I beat Paul van der Sterren, Rini Kaif, and Gennady Sosonko.
Beat a lot of people.
Hold on. This isn't one tournament.
I know.
Now, this is for $1 trillion. What do Paul van der Sterren, Rini Kaif, and Sosonko have in common? They were the Dutch Olympic team.
Oh.
So I beat all of them like back to back to back. I lost to Judah Polgar, and I beat Gelfand. So I was tied for first place, and I was getting a GM norm even though I was an FM. But I didn't get the GM norm because in the last round, I had to beat Zorab Azmai Parashvili. Now, I'm obviously not going to be that guy. And I was black, and he crushed me. Okay. I also drew Bagirov and Miguel Illescas Cordoba, right? From what country?
Cordoba.
Illescas Cordoba. You're going to get it. I have faith in you.
No.
I'm not even giving you $1 trillion.
I don't even know.
Doesn't matter. I think you're going to get it.
I don't know.
Just guess the country.
I can't.
You can.
Cordova?
Yeah. Illescas Cordoba.
How do you spell it?
Illescas is Illescas, and Cordoba is like the Chrysler Cordoba. Cordoba.
I don't know.
Spain.
Oh.
All right.
I wasn't going to say Spain.
Then I lost the last round to Zorab. Okay, Zorab was smoking, and there was smoke all over the board.
Ugh,
Okay, true story.
gross.
Okay, now pay attention. All right, so this is the game with Kaif. He played d4. Now he played knight g5, but I played d5. Bam, blocking his bishop. Okay. Now this is when I was 19 years old, and I was beating everybody, so I was really sharp. So like I saw 100 moves ahead. I played aggressive, and then I won all my games. Those were the good old days. Now I don't see nothing to lose all my games, and I don't play. I don't play, and I still lose all my games. Hard to understand. Okay, see how aggressive? See, the engine says I'm winning, even though nothing happened. All right, and now this was the 3rd time we had to go to court with Chappelle because I played this move, and I said, "Gotcha, bitch." Now, as you can see from the engine, that's the number 1 move. I played a lot of number 1 moves when I was 19, 20, then it all went downhill. So I sacked a piece, and I have this perpetual pin. Okay, I got this action, I got that action. This knight's trapped, like h6, your knight can't move anywhere. Okay, and then rook here. Are you kidding me? Queen. If I move my queen here, right? If you remember my game with the Zumakawa,
Yeah.
right? See my queen there?
Yeah.
Then there. Remember Zumakawa? All right. All right, so he played bishop a4 attacking my rook, but I saw it. Then he went back. I put it in h. Queen d6. Remember that? Remember I was telling you about that? All right. He played knight there, blocking my bishop.
Interference.
Right. And he did, yeah, all kinds of defense. Rook e4, speaking of interference. Never play f3. Now remember, if this game was played now, I would give all my pieces away, and you would be like, where'd Ben go? Then you would hear me crying in the bathroom. But this is when I was 19, 20 years old. I saw everything. Right? So I played queen g5 like a boss. Then I dropped the mic and walked away. Now, to show how good I was at chess, you ready? What's the number 1 move?
Queen g5.
And what's the evaluation for black?
+7, +8.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to be good. Now I'm no good. Now I lose to like you guys on the stream. This guy's the same rating as me, but I had to pick him up at 330. Right? See the discovered double, triple, quadruple. So if he plays here, for example, then this check wins his queen. If you see what I'm saying.
I saw that even.
So he played f4, attacking my queen. I took it.
Yeah.
Even though it lets him check me. Yeah, I don't care about that because I see 100 moves ahead, so I don't care about that. Okay, so he played here, which is the engine move. Then I played bishop c7. God damn. Now, what's the engine say?
Almost +8.
Yeah, so he resigned. No, actually, he didn't resign. Well, maybe he resigned. His time ran out here. I moved 25. It was 40 move time control, and I had an hour left. Yeah, this is why I beat everybody. And then I was no good.
Well, you don't ever do anything to keep your skills
31
sharp.
years ago, I was good. Man, now I'm no good.
You like to blame it on age.
I can't even play like this anymore. Like, I analyze everything to the end. Every game I show where it says I played 99. Now when I play, it says I played 6. 7. Terrible. I used to be good.
She is so amused.
Man. I hope I played well this game. I was only mad if I didn't.
Hey, the only reason we're even here is because I said let's go stream.
Yeah.
So I'm the one that...
I said let's go to karaoke. It's true.
It's true. And I said, let's just go stream. So...
Hope I played well that game because I feel like I did. Like after that game, I felt really, really good. Like I played well that game because we were the same rating. It was like I was. In fact, he was higher rated than me by like 80 points, I think. Yeah, how'd I play, Karen?
99.5.
That was a really complicated game too. Sacking a piece, sacking my rook,
Yeah.
and play perfect every move.
No, it's complicated.
And now I'm no good.
We can't stream karaoke because probably the internet's bad there.
I've made 19 best moves and 1 excellent move. He played 93.5. That's
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Man, I used to be good. What happened? Old.
Yeah, Puzzle Pawn, we have to go to karaoke again.
Terrible. Yeah, I was good when I was 32. Yeah.
Then
No, it's just that when I was younger, I could see 100 moves ahead every variation, and I was super confident. Now I see 0 moves ahead. I'm not even confident I can do that anymore. But I can play the piano and play on the iPad with my foot. Oh, wait. I can't do that either. Well, something. Yeah, kicked out for cheating. Man, 99.5. I showed that guy.
Get a machine.
Man, that was a good game for 99.5 because I was black, and I just
Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder
liked the
Magnus said I
game.
was his favorite player. And then I woke up.
I liked all these games you showed because I can actually understand them. Some games I can't understand very well.
Queen G5. I showed that guy.
You're no Daisy.
No, I'm no Daisy at all.
Do Beat
Younger and
Saber
younger.
karaoke. I'm gonna go to karaoke tomorrow night. Are you gonna go or no?
Yeah,
Because you're supposed to stream.
yeah. I cannot stream. I streamed
Well,
yesterday.
you could stream earlier.
You guys have to donate double now, so I don't stream tomorrow.
You could stream like
Earlier, just
yeah.
ordered a book for $150. It wasn't from us. Man,
Hopefully we don't get the COVID. If we go, early, less people there.
what?
It starts to get crowded on the weekends. They have karaoke outside, otherwise I wouldn't go.
I wonder what he did wrong because he's already in trouble here. I think Knight G5 is a bad move. I think he thought here it's just the normal position. I think when he played here, threatening this, Karen, he thought I was going to play rook here. But I surprised him with D5. Now his knight's like all on his own over here. Yeah, now he's in trouble, it says. He's already worse. So his knight's no good there. Yeah, like any normal move is just equal. No.
Hey, are you going to sing it? They're asking, what's your favorite songs to sing at karaoke? Are you going to sing?
I'm too busy looking at my game. That's better. What? It's Georgia, so everyone has COVID. That's correct. So this is funny. Listen to this long, boring story. My mom asked me more than once, because she forgets, says, was Georgia a woman or the state? Georgia, that song. So I said, well, I always thought it was the state, but I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Okay, looking it up didn't help.
Oh,
Because it gave both answers, but there's one answer I trust more than the
it's got to
other.
be the state.
Okay, first of all, It's not a Ray Charles song, even though that's the famous version. It was written by Hoagie Carmichael before you were born. Hoagie Carmichael had a sister named Georgia. And he said it's about the state, not about my sister.
Oh.
So that's funny, though, that he has a sister
That
named
is
Georgia.
funny.
Yeah. And then if you go to the internet, some of the places say it's about his sister. And he himself said, no, it's about the state. So, very suspicious.
Okay, I got to read all the critiques of my personality.
Of what, Georgia?
She's too serious. LOL. Laugh and smile, ma'am.
You spell ma'am wrong. Should I ban him?
No.
Why not?
No. Do not
Banned.
ban that person.
Very good. KK Detroit. Okay, first of all, it's close. Okay, it's not Georgia, KK Detroit. It's Florida. But he'll apologize soon. On Good Times, they're watching Good Times, and Florida says, "My name is Florida. That's a state," and she's crying. But it's like from Family Guy or whatever. Yeah, but he said Georgia, which is a mistake.
Let me explain something.
See, look, he's apologizing. Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah, Florida is the woman in Good Times.
no, I don't care about that.
But
I wanna
still.
go back to the critique of me. No, I
Yeah.
got to defend my personality yet again. You know,
Tickle.
I'm not 18 years old, and I'm not going to be perky and ooh. That's Andrea's job. I think, by the way, Andrea Botes is adorable, okay? And perky. I can't be that. I'm in my goddamn 50s. So,
Such language.
you know, I wasn't even like that when I was 16. Let's be honest here. I was never perky. I was always serious, and that's just the way I am. Okay, moving along.
What?
I was never even perky when I was a kid.
With chest with ovies doesn't know how old you are? What?
Oh, thank you.
100 cents to dues. The more you donate, the younger Karen is.
But it's okay to critique. Everybody always says it, so it's not just you person. You know, I get like at least every stream 2 or 3 wanting to know why I'm not having fun and why am I not smiling more, and I don't like Ben's jokes. And
That's because I'm not tickling her
here,
enough.
and I'm bored. Let me just first say I can do what I want with my time. If I don't want to be playing chess and I don't want to be sitting here, I won't be doing it. So anyway.
Exactly. Stop having fun is correct.
Oh, it's okay, Plan Cool Car. You're not the only one that says that. And I think people are trying to help me be more entertaining. I'm just not going to be able to be entertaining by being, woo! That's just not me.
But you could do that.
It's just not me. I'm just not going to do it.
So you're going to do it? All right. Also, what? That was all the games I had scheduled. We've only been streaming for an hour and a half. So I can show you puzzles that I've already shown you.
Yeah, you could. Or
No, you could just ask me what to show you. You could be like, show me the London, but not that. You know, something.
But Bonarici, I've gotten mad on the stream several times. He acts like he's never seen me get mad.
All right, we're going to quiz you about this again because you always mess it up.
All right.
So we're going to keep quizzing until you stop. Okay, here. This is the England that Archer plays sometimes. Okay, now I recommend knight c3, but that's fine. Let's play bishop f4 because that's what you usually play. Check.
I usually play that?
Yeah.
No, I don't usually. I have.
Okay. Yeah, and also you've played this, and then somehow I avoid committing suicide. Okay, so after this here, right?
Yeah.
What's the right move for white? You've had this position before, and you're always like, "Oh God, not again."
The right move is whatever one I don't pick.
We need 9 more subs so we get to 1,600. Pathetic. I'd be more apathetic if I wasn't so lethargic.
I don't know. Bishop d2?
Correct. That's by far the best move.
Yeah.
Because your bishop's attacked and you're in check. Okay. Now, after this, you have one good move. Otherwise, you're lost. What's the good move? What am I drinking? Perrier. What else am I drinking?
Let's see.
Can somebody donate 9 subs so we have 1,600? Do
Probably
as I say.
Bishop C3.
Bishop C3 loses by force,
Oh.
but it's very interesting why.
All right.
We'll get to that next. What should you play instead?
Well, I guess you gotta move the knight out. Knight C3.
Knight C3, right.
What's wrong with the bishop move?
Well, good question. Okay. After bishop here, black wins by force. What's the winning move?
Oh yeah, I remember this. I always forget this. Bishop
Basic Pratt gave 10 subs. I said 9 subs. Now you're banned.
Bishop B4.
Thanks, Basic Pratt. You're the best. Better than all the rest.
I do always forget.
You're
this
better
stuff.
than like the advanced Pratt. Much better. You're basic Pratt. Okay, so bishop B4. Let's continue.
All right.
Okay, now you got some issues here.
Yeah.
Now everything loses. The funniest way to lose is queen D2. That's the funniest way to lose. So what's the winning line for black? Dharma Bum and formerly 5IT. Another train. Basic Pratt probably put us at level 4 with his 10 subs.
The funniest way.
He didn't do as I say. He gave 10 subs. I said 9. Good job, Basic Pratt. Level 4.
Let's see if bishop takes C3.
That's correct. Now, if you don't want to lose your rook, you have to take with the queen. If you don't want to lose your rook.
Then you go queen C1.
Mate, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, even worse than bishop D2 is queen D2. Okay, queen takes. Now you're threatening the rook.
Right.
The only way to save the rook is to go here. Now queen C1's not mate because of the bishop. So what's the winning move for black now? Yay, everybody's donating. Everybody donate tonight.
I guess it's bishop B4.
Bishop B4, winning the queen, etc., mainly etc. Resigns. Also wins the rook too, I think. Harsh. Now, when Archer played, what's his name, and beat him in like 5 minutes?
Ryan.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to say his name, but then this is what happened.
We're not allowed to say a...
You could say it.
Yeah,
I
okay.
just didn't want to, And then they played like 3 more moves and he resigned.
Archer loves to play this move.
Yeah.
This opening with
Yeah, that
me.
was like a year and a half ago
Too.
or so. Yeah. Now, I recommend, instead of bishop f4, just play knight c3. This is what I play. Then if they take, you can play knight d5. And then you don't have to play, you can play anything you want. You play bishop f4, it doesn't matter. e4 is good. This is just good for white.
The reason why I can't ever remember
999 centidues from Dharma Bum.
this, Yay, formerly 5IT.
Yeah.
The reason I can't ever remember what I'm supposed to do is nobody ever plays this opening, ever, except for Archer. And I don't usually play Archer.
Go Archer. Right. Now, here's a queen sacrifice that's really unsound, invented possibly by Amon Hambleton. In this position, queen a3 was the main move for years, and it's the best move. But he invented this unsound queen sack. And then black's down a queen. He plays this in Blitz. I've played it in Blitz. And Steven Zerk actually played it in a slow game and lost. But, yeah. But it's ridiculous.
Yeah, seems pretty ridiculous.
Right.
What are people saying?
They're saying, how about d5 instead of taking the pawn? No, because when you take the pawn, you're winning. When you play d5, you're like slightly worse or equal. So no. You got to take those pawns. It's pandemonium. Now, how can I prove to them it's pandemonium? Do you know I can prove it? I can prove it. That's right. That's right. It's pandemonium.
I knew.
All right, we got to get past level 4. Slightly annoying and marginally butter. Or I'll show you a trap in the Budapest. Okay? Now, before we'll give you a quiz. The city of Budapest in Hungary
Yeah.
comprises of 2 parts. What are they?
2 parts?
Yeah, there's 2 parts of it. Here, this is the Budapest Gambit.
I don't know.
Buda and Pest.
Yeah?
Yeah, true story.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's
No, that's true. Yeah, see? Buda and Pest. Right. It is. It's Buda and
Okay.
Pest. I was there. Okay.
Where can you get that shirt? Well, you can go to CCSEATL merch
Mm-hmm.
or Exclam merch.
Former muscle.
I need to add some more merch. I've been so busy.
Let's see. Let's see. Biden says, "I'm the president. Send me money." Damn. I hate when he does that.
Yeah, gosh, that convention, that was so boring. Did anybody watch the...
The Trump one won't be boring because they'll have the couple that shot everybody. Then they have that kid who was. They're gonna have. That's gonna
That's
be
the
fun.
funny thing is the Republican is going to be
Right.
way more interesting.
Anton
than the
Pagushin,
Democratic one.
1,000 centidues. We still need another 200 centidues to get to level 5, and we got 10 seconds.
It's going to be a freak
Go,
show.
Anton. You think we'll make it? You think somebody will donate and push us
Maybe.
over? 100 from Anton. We need 100 more. No. Wow, we're not going to make it. Damn. 200 with 1 second left. God damn.
Who saved us?
Funkiest Chicken
Yay,
saved us.
the Funkiest
then,
Chicken.
Then Funkiest
And
Chicken.
Anton.
And then Dharma Bum, 99
was
centidues.
in it.
I am Rosen. Go Karen.
Hey, Rosen. Yay.
He said go Karen instead of me because I was really dissing him.
You didn't diss him.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
And then, and kiddingly I did. And also, I showed our game that we played on the stream about 3 days ago. I don't know why. I showed something.
I was doing a little bit of modding on Rosen's stream,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to go light there because since I'm not there as often as the other mods, I didn't want to override. They banned somebody and I had a little convo.
Go, I am Rosen. All right, now, there's a guy nobody's ever heard of except my brother and my son named Dexter Thompson. Dexter Thompson we met when we were children, and he played my brother in the last round of Chicago Class E section for first. Dexter won $500. This was like in 1979, so that's like $1 billion. Okay, then he would come over our house. He lived in Detroit. He would come over our house occasionally and play chess with my dad and whatever. Okay, then everybody became good. We were all like 1,100, and I became me. Mark became 2,300, and this guy's peak rating was 2,390.
Wow.
But normally he was like 2,200 something. That was like
That's pretty good.
Okay, now he's also like world famous martial artist. He's like 6'3", and he's like world class. And he moved to Asia to study martial arts because he was too good for the U.S. Okay, and he quit chess and so forth. Once every 6 or 7 years, he emails me, and then he waits another 7 years to email me again. Okay, now Dexter played a lot of gambits. One of the reasons, which we found out later, one time he was over our house and he asked my mom, was Paul Morphy still alive?
Yeah.
And she was like, no. And I think he didn't know who was alive and who wasn't. So he was like, man, Morphy's looking pretty good. I'm going to play like that. And then he was playing gambits all the time. Now he's playing gambits. He would study them and he's a good player. So he was doing this. Now, I personally know of at least 9 games, where this trap worked. Now we're going to...
Now, hang on a second.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Josh Waitzkin, too.
What about him?
He quit chess and
Oh,
got
yeah.
into
No, but
martial
Dexter
arts.
was good. Okay, so now... Okay, so watch.
Josh Waitzkin was good.
Right, that's the joke. Okay,
Right.
so A3 attacking the bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by good, Josh Waitzkin was, all right. Now, you see that?
By my standards,
You
he
see,
was good.
you see what
I
I'm
see
saying?
it.
Okay, so now Dexter would go, watch. Dexter would go here, which is the main move.
All right.
Now, Dexter's always a master. Sometimes he's 2350, sometimes he's 2250, doesn't matter. If you're playing a master and you play A3 attacking their bishop and they go there, then, you got to call the wolf who will be there directly, right? Probably 9 minutes and 37 seconds later, I would guess. Okay, because it's half an hour away, right? Okay. So why is Dexter giving up his bishop? Why is he doing that? What does black do if you take the bishop?
Knight D3.
Okay, continue your sentence. Knight D3. Keep talking.
Is that mate?
That's right.
Yeah.
Mate. And what's funny is he did this all the time. And I'm like, why are people letting Dexter mate him in one move? Like, he's 20, he's not hanging a bishop.
Yeah.
Okay. And occasionally, even worse, is they would take, watch,
I'm watching.
takes, and then they would do this, and it's the same mate. Now, this is a Zwischenzug. This is on the cover of Zwischenzug. If you take the knight, which is theory, you don't take back because then you lose your bishop.
Right.
So you have to take this, and this is the boring world of Niels Bohr. White's slightly better. This is some Grandmaster games went like this. Some, yeah. Now, this exact mate, this one, is seen in the world-famous Liam joke. Okay, Liam is this child. Now he's like 20, I guess. But when Liam was like 7, 8, 9, right, he was rated, I don't know, 600. Okay, he's probably better. He has a very, 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 very pronounced stutter. Okay, he's world champion of stuttering because he has an issue. Okay, and here's what Liam did. Spencer's teaching a class, okay, at the chess camp before you were born, right? Okay.
And I've heard you guys talk about it.
Right. And then we're like, Liam, what should White play here? And Liam said, because that's what he does for about 40 seconds.
Aw, you can't make fun of
then he
his
said,
stutter.
"Well, making fun of him. This is what happened."
Okay.
Then he said, Queen B5. Just kidding, knight D6
oh,
mate.
yeah, oh, yeah.
So we were like, wow. So 40-second preamble to the joke, right? Okay. Now, the next week, there was another camp at the same place, and some of the kids were the same, most were different. And I told this story, and I said, and Liam went, and I did it for like 30 seconds. And then one of the kids in the class said, no, he did it longer than that. That's, yeah, but he knew what he was doing. Yeah, but I mean, we have such a big, I don't know if that's a stutter when you're making noises actually. Is it? He would be like, knight D6. That's what he did.
That's still a stutter.
That's a stutter?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like, it was making different noises, but he always did that.
I know.
So we would have to wait. And it's a, now obviously I'm an adult, so I don't have to laugh, although it was hard. But I mean, there's kids in the class, so obviously they're laughing, right? But he's used to that because he knows, like he hangs around other kids.
Aw,
Right.
You can't make fun of Liam.
We're not making fun of him, I'm just telling you.
It's
But
fun.
the fact that he stuttered forever and then made the joke and then said just kidding. So then me and Spencer, all we do is say the wrong move, then say just kidding, and then say the right move. 'Cause the kid got us. Yeah, just kidding. That was great. See, that should be like that should be a category in Twitch. Just kidding. And then you just kidding. This is you're like, Trump's my favorite president. I hope he gets reelected. Just kidding. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it would be hard not to laugh.
No, it's very hard not to laugh because no matter what I do, he does it a lot longer than me.
Yeah,
the stutter never ends.
Yeah, I was wondering
Yeah.
that might be Tourette's possibly or some. I'm not sure. It seems like there's two.
No, but I mean, when he made the joke, just kidding, we were like, wow, just kidding, knight
Yeah,
D6
those
mate.
two
Now, the point of the
things
story
are
is, here's the point.
linked.
Okay, you see this mate?
Yes.
That's the same mate.
Yeah.
That's the knight, that's
I
the
know.
Budapest mate. This mate never happens because in this position, nobody plays queen E2. Right. Now, let me show you a trick that I do so you can laugh.
I'm trying to read the chat, but okay.
All right. Yeah, sorry I'm bothering you with chess.
No, you're not
All right.
bothering me.
Right, now
you're
now-
like that other guy.
Right, now watch. In this position, this is the Danish gambit.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't believe me, ask Archer.
Yeah, he loves the.
Okay, we've analyzed, we have a file. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
He
the
loves-
most common move at the top level and the mediocre level is D5. Okay, now every game ever played is bishop D5, knight F6. And the idea is if takes, white's up a queen, black plays bishop B4 check, attacking the queen.
Right.
So the queen goes back, and now the material's equal and the position's about equal. Okay. Now, here's a trick that I learned that will make Eric Rosen jealous, especially if he's still watching.
There's all sorts of noises.
This is an Eric Rosen trick.
Yeah.
Now, what I mean is, he's never done this, but Eric Rosen's like, oh boy, let me write this one down. Eric Rosen loves these kinds of tricks. Yeah, this is right up his alley. Okay, if you're watching, Eric, watch. I've done this. I've been successful 3 times. After D5, you wait a sufficient amount of time so that they've pre-moved knight F6, and then you play queen takes. Then they pre-move knight F6, and you mate them. Okay, and the reason is everybody plays bishop takes, and they're always playing knight F6, so they often pre-move that. Now, queen takes D5 isn't a good move, but if you waited enough time and then they've already pre-moved there, then you mate them. I've been successful with that several times, by the way. So you got to try that and see if it works.
So it's completely dependent upon a pre-move?
Right. And when they play here, they often pre-move that. So when they pre-move that and you mate them, do you understand how unhappy they are? You can't even, like that destroys them for like a year. For a year, they don't even come on your stream.
Seems like that would only happen in Bullet.
It happens in Bullet and it happens in Blitz too, like 3 minute. Yeah. Yeah, Eric Rosen he's like, yeah, I agree with that. Right. Now, queen takes d5 isn't a good move, but it's not like it loses by force. It's just like a bad move. But it does mate in one often. So, yeah.
Hey, I noticed Video Game Pianist is not streaming anymore.
Well, I guess he stopped. All right, now watch this. This is a well-known trick. After takes, instead of knight f6, you can play bishop b4 check. Okay. Now, the old move is king f1. This is the old move. All right. And then this has been refuted. And I'll show you the refutation. You'll like it. Knight f6. And the idea is, with the bishop not on f8, I'm ready to castle. And you can't do this anymore because my queen is defended by my rook.
Oh, yeah.
Queen a4 check, forking the king and bishop. And this is why king f1 is no good. Okay. Knight c6, defending the bishop. Okay, so if you want to win a piece, you take, check, and take the bishop. White's up a piece. Okay, black to play and win. Black has forced mate here. And I'll read the chat while you're finding the forced mate.
Let's see, because you can't... It's not mate if you get queen d1, because the queen can block. So...
Let's see, I got some emotes. All right, so Kola Rafa subscribed. Good. I misplaced my butt. See how it look how he spelled everything. Here, you like this. Then look at it later. I misplaced my I
misplaced my butt.
See,
now I'm trying to watch the chess. And you want
all right, but that's funny. All right.
I've seen better.
You've seen? I don't know about that. I don't think there is better than that.
There's way better than
Maybe.
that. There was somebody that had a butt in their name on my stream the other day. That was funny. All right, let me look.
Now I'll give you a hint. If you saw the movie Rounders, that would give you the answer. If you have alligator blood.
I didn't see Rounders. Now let me look.
Still
at
a good
the
hint
for a minute.
All right. Yeah, Bonarici got it. Yay, 1,601 subs. Or, as Alex Trebek would say, 1,601 sub. Terrible. That's why I never let him on my stream. Whose turn is it?
Well, I'm trying to figure it out.
Black.
I know that the bishop and the queen are involved. I'm just trying to get the move order correct here. Seems like you just go queen d1.
Queen d1 is a good start. Okay.
And then queen.
It's like 100 lures at the bottom of the ocean. It's a good start. Okay, queen e1.
Yeah, and then bishop a6.
Okay, and then here.
And then bishop e2.
And then here.
And then queen takes e1.
Right. So yeah, white can't do that. So I used to play bishop b4 check if I ever had black in this position. Then knight d2 is the engine move. It's a secret analysis of me and Archer. It's secret though, so don't tell anybody. I missed king g1. Boo, boo. So the Rounders quote is, when Teddy KGB is getting angry, which is the whole movie, he's angry. Luckily, he's not in the whole movie. For $1 trillion, who plays Teddy KGB? An actor you've heard of.
Wait, no, this is in which movie?
Rounders. Who plays Teddy KGB?
Darn, I haven't seen it. I have to have a hint. I haven't even seen that movie.
A hint? For $1 trillion, I'm giving you a hint. $5, rawr.
You can lessen the prize winning. I mean, I haven't seen the movie.
John Malkovich.
Oh.
Would you have guessed that?
No.
Okay, so John Malkovich is complaining about Matt Damon's poker playing.
Yeah.
And he says, check, check, check. The man must have alligator blood. So like when Matt Damon has a good hand, he checks and waits for Malkovich to give him his money, and then he gets him. Now what's funny about that? Thanks, James Canty. James Canty.
Yay.
Thanks, Canty. GM Canty. You're the best person who's ever lived in Michigan, then Atlanta, then Michigan. Oh, wait a minute. What about me?
Thank you,
okay.
GM Canty.
You're the best. Now,
yeah.
in the movie Rounders, at the end of the movie, the end, okay, the hero flops the nuts straight, so he's winning, and he goes check, 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 and then the other guy's betting all of his money, and then John Malkovich is like, you suck, and then he says, I flop the nuts straight and turns it over and wins all John Malkovich's money, and the movie ends, okay? In real life, 3 days ago, the same nut straight was flopped in the World Series of Poker, one of the events, by Daniel Negreanu. It was the same straight.
Oh, really?
And then, and then it's the same thing, except this is real life. So his opponent got runner, flush and beat him, and that was it. So,
that's pretty cool.
like, the chances of his opponent winning after that happened was like 1/5 of 1%. But in real life, you lose, then you lose all your money and get mad. So then he made a video of it, and then he showed, like, the other guy getting mad in the movie, but he was the one who was mad. Yeah.
We in here. I want to learn to play poker. When I have time, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, the first thing I taught Karen was about flopping the nuts, except there were no cards involved. It was weird. Yeah.
I knew you were going to.
It was strange, but it was true. Yeah.
I knew you were going to have to make that joke.
It wasn't 4-1 after the flop. The guy went runner, flush. That's not 4-1. Right. Yeah, 5%. Yeah, that's right. No, I just meant in general, not knowing your opponent's cards, you're over 99% favorite to win. Just giving them 2 random cards.
I do stream.
The 2 cards that he had, the guy had runner, flush. Right.
Should give me a little shout out.
Now, if you have runner, flush, and you're hungry, then what do you have? Unless you're a vegan, then you don't have it.
I don't know.
Runner, chicken dinner. But it's vegan dinner if you're me.
Okay.
Yeah. After the turn. I'm not saying after the turn. I'm talking about the flop. Rawr. It could not possibly have helped you, right?
What is my stream about chess?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
No, I think he's talking to me.
No, he just asked me before that, do you have a stream for you, madam?
Oh. I thought he meant, what's mine about?
No, he's talking to me. Looks like Karen hit a flush on the river there. What?
That's right.
What does that even mean?
That's right, exactly.
Hey, Dr. Tesseract, Statosaurus. How's it going? He wants me to call him Thadasaurus.
Yeah, I know. I told you to call me Big Rudy, but you wouldn't do it. What am I referencing?
I don't know.
Family Guy.
Oh.
Wait, is it Family Guy or is it the Cleveland Show? Which is the same thing. So, on the episode that was today, that's a repeat from a while ago, Peter's locking himself in a dungeon to lose weight. But then he wants to get out because he's hungry, and they're like, no. And he says, first person who lets me out gets their own spinoff, except for you, Cleveland, because you already had one. Anyway, eventually he gets out, and he's lost the weight, and he has all the fat, like, from it, like it's just hanging from his body, the fat.
I hear you.
And then somebody drives by and says, hey, what's the joke? Who's the actor who's always losing weight, and then, who am I thinking of? You guys know who I'm talking about. Who's the actor they made fun of? Damn. Somebody tell me. Mark, Spencer. Who's the comedian who like is fat, then he's not fat, and then he keeps going back and forth? No, not Christian Bale. No, it's a comedian. It's a guy. Oh, God, you guys aren't very helpful. No, Jonah Hill.
Oh.
Okay, so his fat's just hanging off of him because he lost all the weight, but his skin's still there. And a car drives by and says, hey, that's Jonah Hill sometimes, and keeps driving. That's right. That was the joke. That was a good joke. Yeah.
I didn't know he was... I did notice his weight went up and down.
Jonah Hill?
I don't know much about
Shaq. Shaq weighs like 1,000 pounds. Then when he's in a commercial and they show his body, you never see his face. Never. You never will. Yeah, they just show some guy who's like buff, then they go back to Shaq.
Oh.
They're like, look, Shaq's putting this cream on, but it's not Shaq, it's some model. Yeah, because Shaq's just fat now. So.
No.
Yeah, truth hurts.
How old is he about?
Shaq, 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Siri, how old is Shaq?
Shaquille O'Neal is 48 years old.
Yeah, weight 324. Yeah, right. When he was playing.
I mean,
Oh, that is when he was playing. Yeah, she's probably like 420 now.
well, he's tall.
That's correct. He's tall.
Man, is he married? He's married, right?
Shaq, yes. Yeah.
Is his wife
I remember that.
small, I guess?
Yes. Yeah. The guy asked, Peter says you can eat that stapler. And the guy's like, you can't eat a stapler. And Peter says, do you want to split it? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's just a line from the show.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do you guys remember?
320 when he was in shape? Yes, that's correct.
Osby needs to lose 100 pounds.
Yeah. How old is Shakira? She's 49?
Really? I think she's younger than that.
Hey,
She's
Siri.
She's probably 40.
Hey, Siri,
Two.
wake up. Really?
I'm gonna guess, yeah.
Hey,
40.
Siri. What's going on with Siri? Hello? Hey, Siri. It doesn't work. It got mad at me about the Shaq stuff. How old do you think Shakira is? I got 49.
I said 42, and they're saying
43 is correct. Yeah, you did good. That other woman's 50, the one who dances with her. J-Lo.
Oh, J-Lo?
Yeah, she's 50.
Yeah, J-Lo still looks great, man. I mean, Shakira looks good too, but J-Lo.
Okay, let's start a, what do you call it? A poll. Somebody start a poll, whoever does that, Shakira or J-Lo. And don't put Fries and don't put Pat Buchanan. Just Shakira and J-Lo. Yeah, the correct answer is Shakira, but we'll see what the answer in the chat is. Wait, what's this 23? Oh, I know what that is. That's the careless. That's the careless whisper.
Well, they're definitely both very pretty. I just think J-Lo's
Where's the poll? Let's go here.
looks like there are more Shakira fans here.
Basically, there'd be more Shakira fans anywhere. You know who said that Shakira doesn't look as good as J-Lo? A-Rod. Yes, good joke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you take J-Lo at her best and Shakira at her best, you know, look both younger.
Isn't Shakira always at her best? Her best hasn't stopped yet. J-Lo's best has stopped.
Yeah,
So they're not even starting a poll. Where are my people?
I don't even think there are any mods on this stream.
Boo, boo.
Well, I saw Output here. I didn't see Trying to Learn. He's probably in bed.
asleep. Ridiculous. Sleeping on
I
the
mean,
job.
he's got a job.
Shakira, that's correct. Objectively better. Facts. Man.
I mean, neither one of them are very good singers.
Who's a better singer, Shakira or J-Lo? In the chat. What do you think?
Shakira.
Man,
Neither one of them are any good.
Shakira, obviously. What about Frankly? They sing.
Right.
It's like, what do you mean?
I mean, neither one of them are any good. Come on.
What about Shaq? Is he a good singer?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably better than them.
I don't know what I was watching. It might have been Mad TV. It might have been. Oh no, it was one of those movies that makes fun of other movies. There's a lot of them.
That might be true, Doug Stone.
What's the movie that makes fun of other movies? They made like 5 of them, where they're just making fun of another movie. It's a parody. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The guy said, "What's your favorite horror movie?" And the guy's like, Shazam or Kazam, whatever it's called. And they're like, "That's not a horror movie." And she says, "You ever seen Shaq act?" That was the response.
I would never see.
Yeah, scary movie. Yeah,
right. Dumb movies.
You ever seen Shaq act? Man, that's tough.
No good.
What? No, those are good. Maybe one of them is. Sarah Vaughan and Pat Buchanan. God damn.
What?
My mom asked this 2300 player who's older than she is, RIP, said, "Do you like Billie Holiday?" And his answer was, "Who's he?" So I guess the answer was no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snakes on a Plane. Now, Snakes on a Plane, which I've discussed many times. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, in Snakes on a Plane, there's snakes on a plane. And then the movie's about to end because, it's been a couple hours. So Sam Jackson says, "I'm getting tired of all these snakes on a plane." And then he kills all the snakes and the movie ends.
Yeah.
And I was like, if he had said that like 10 minutes in, the movie, that wouldn't have made a movie. But the snakes had to kill several people before he was like, "All right, that's enough." Before that, he's like read his paper. He's like, whatever. I don't care about that. Yeah.
I mean, I would never go see such a movie.
Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah, you could tell it's dumb.
Favorite Woody Allen movie? Well, I like Manhattan, but everybody else says it's Annie Hall. But since you guys aren't the sharpest tools in the shed, the people on the stream, I'm going to say they would like, what's the one with the thing and the Hot Fudge Sundae? He goes back in time, or maybe it's in the future.
Are you talking about Woody?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely.
Sleeper's your favorite
none of those.
movie.
Crimes and Misdemeanors.
They don't know what that is.
Is the best.
They
Woody
don't.
Allen
They don't
movie.
know.
Has
They never even heard of
anybody
that.
Seen that?
No.
Has anybody seen
No. They think you're making it up.
I love it. Martin Landau.
The one where the Kramer says.
And the guy that played Lenny, Jerry Orbach, is in there.
Yeah, he's great.
Angelica Houston. And man, that's just a great movie. Has anybody seen Crimes and Misdemeanors?
They don't. They just think you're making it up.
And then I have a comment about Manhattan. That used to be one of my favorite ones, and I can't watch that anymore without thinking about
Hey, it's based on a true story.
pervy Woody Allen, right? I can't watch that one anymore, unfortunately.
Aw.
Gross.
Aw,
Gross old man.
but he was younger then.
He's gross. But I will watch Crimes and Misdemeanors, regardless of his grossness.
Yeah, they never even heard of your movie.
And Sam, there two. I forgot he was in Waterston. What's the
No,
Law
that's
and
the
Order
other.
guy?
That's the other guy.
No, he was in there too. Jerry Orbach and
Yeah,
what's the
Sam
guy?
Waterston. Yeah,
Yeah, he was in there too.
yeah.
It's a fabulous movie. Not one person said they saw. Oh, Legal Leighton says he saw it.
He likes Crimes and Misdemeanors.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies. Man, that's a good movie.
Bonavici's is quoting A Clockwork Orange. Have you seen it?
We've talked about it before. Not sure about the movie. It's
You've seen it.
a lot of
I know you're old enough to see it.
gratuitous violence.
That's right.
I'm not sure that I like the movie actually.
Aw,
It's a, you know,
yeah, it is a good movie. You're right.
I don't understand. You like a lot of violent movies,
Well, they're not violent enough.
and you know, I feel like that sometimes it's just gratuitous, and I'm just not sure about that movie.
Aw,
Yeah.
I'll have to see it over and over.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
Well, you like Snatch then?
I mean, I don't understand why there has to be so much violence.
There has to be.
Um,
They should make a book version.
but you know, yeah, the movie's pretty fucked up. I agree. It's just, I don't know. That kind of movie left me with this sick feeling, and I don't really like. It's like when we went and saw what was it?
Santa Sangre.
Santa Sangre. Oh my God. You know, it left me feeling a little sick. The Clockwork Orange.
When Anand visited us before you were born, we went to the movies and saw the movie Salsa, which is not a good movie. And the way they got you to see it was salsa. It's hot. It was dancing. Okay, so this is a terrible movie. Anyway, it was in English because it's in English. Then they'd have subtitles in French for the Belgians because it was in Belgium.
Yeah.
And at one point, the guy said, "I'm gonna kick your ass," and the subtitles said, "Je vous administre une correction." Gonna administer a correction. I was like, "What?"
That's so funny.
So you get
Has
administer a
anybody
correction.
seen Santa Sangre? Anybody? Because they probably need a therapy.
Man,
afterwards.
Salsa's not a good movie. I don't know. Probably the worst movie ever made is Tommy Boy. I guess it's the worst movie ever made. There's another movie, like they like Tommy Boy because they're like 12. There's another movie that people like that I also can't watch. That's not Tommy Boy. It's The Pick of Destiny. What's it called? Something in The Pick of Destiny. I can't watch that either. Also Top Gun. I watched Top Gun for 5 minutes and I couldn't watch it. It's like not watchable. I can't even watch it.
It's pretty dumb.
Yeah. Tenacious D. I can't watch the whole movie. It's impossible. I can't watch Tommy Boy and I can't watch Top Gun. Like if you paid me, I would kill myself. You can't, those movies aren't watchable. Have you seen any of those movies?
Top Gun?
Yeah.
I saw that.
You watched all the way to the end?
Yeah.
How old were you? 13? 6? 2?
You know, I don't know,
When it
20-ish.
came up?
Probably 20.
When it came out or like later?
When it came out, I saw it.
You weren't in your 20s when it came out. There's no way.
I think, when did it come out?
A long time. Maybe you were 20.
I think I was 20.
Yeah, I think you were 20. You watched all the way?
Yeah.
Well,
I saw it in the theater.
man, must have been drunk and stoned. Damn.
Probably.
Terrible. Yeah.
Probably stoned.
That's terrible. Yeah.
For sure. I liked some Kevin Smith movies. I saw, Clerk. Seems like he didn't really have a lot. He did 2 or 3 movies, and then he didn't really have
I just want to chat with it on.
anything new he could do.
Yeah, Kevin Smith movies are good. Yay. Troll 2 had no trolls. Not even Danny DeVito. Dogma's great. Go Dogma.
I didn't think it was that great.
Go Dogma. Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, it was just all right.
Yay, Dogma. All right, time to go. It's been 2 hours. That's right. You have any last words?
I